Hey everybody, my name is Ben.
And I'm Emily.
We're doing a vlog today because last weekend we were at Geek and it was a lot of fun and we're really excited to talk about it today. So to start, I thought maybe we'd talk about how this was actually Emily's first con and just kind of how you felt about it, what your thoughts were and your experiences.
Well, I guess going into it, I kind of didn't know what to expect. I wasn't sure, what there was going to be there, like if I had an idea of what type of subjects I was going to like, if I was going to like it. So going into it, it was really exciting, really cool. It was really nice to have it be conveniently in Seattle, which is about 2.5 to 3 hours away from us. And we can talk about it more, but definitely a really awesome, good first experience as my first con.
Yeah. This was actually my second convention. I went to Penny Arcade Expo, or PAX Prime, in Seattle back in August.
Yeah.
Beginning of September, and that was a good sort of first con experience because that was the biggest thing you could possibly go to. I think the only thing bigger than it is probably San Diego Comic-Con. So for me, it was sort of like going from the World Series to a Little League game, and it wasn't a bad thing. I love Geek Con, and I actually think we'll definitely be going back next year. But it's a lot smaller, a lot more focused on things like comic books and fandom and stuff like that. There's a lot of exhibitors and merch booths, stuff like that. So let's kind of talk about what we did while we were there. There was a lot of stuff going on. We didn't get to go to all of it because it was really packed. There was a lot of panels, a lot of events, like they had a fashion show, they had a costume or cosplay contest.
I love the cosplay.
Oh my god, so talk about the cosplay.
So that was kind of my first experience ever really seeing any. I mean, of course I had seen it, online or in social media and stuff of people doing it, but I was fascinated with it. Particularly loved the Disney cosplay. There was Belle, there was Ariel, there were Merida, which from Brave, which whoever that lady was that did that, she did an amazing job cosplaying Merida.
Yeah.
Rapunzel was there, and my favorite was the Inside Out characters. That was really cool.
All the emotions from Inside Out were there, and they were fantastic. I'll put a picture on the screen right now of all the different ones we saw. So let's talk about kind of how it was set up. When you go in, there's the lobby floor, which was a safe zone. So you couldn't take pictures without people's permission, and you could sit down, and you wouldn't get kicked out or anything like that. They had coat racks, which was super cool. You could hang your purse or your coat and actually have like the convention center staff watching it, which is really awesome. I know walking around at PAX and other things that I've been to, like meetups or back when I used to do like fighting game community stuff, it was sort of like you bring it, you carry it, tough shit. The first level was just basically the entry hall, and then the main, the big panel room. There was a big panel room there, and that was it. And then the escalators, and then you could go down into the lower level. What was on the lower level?
Lower level was basically a bunch of tables that you could actually go and check out board games. And if you wanted to maybe buy a board game and you're interested to see how, if you like playing it or anything, they had so many. I can't remember. Do you remember the name of the game company that had all the board games there? Some guys, really, really awesome. So we ended up, the first day we ended up just walking around and everything, but the second day, before we headed home, we ended up checking out some games with my girls, Asia and Lauren.
Yep. After the lobby was the second floor, and the second floor was it was where Artist Alley was, and I think there was the photo shoot. They had like a red carpet there where you could get your picture taken. And then upstairs, the third floor, the very last floor, was everything. They had the science exhibit, which was really cool. I actually watched that for a little bit. They had
all the vendors were up there.
All the vendors
and artists and stuff like that. Kind of
Yeah.
the bigger artists from like aside from Artist Alley, which were super awesome.
Yeah, all the artists in Artist Alley and all the vendors were really cool. They also had a signing area, so they had like G. Willow Wilson, a couple other artists and authors and stuff that were signing that weekend. For those of you who don't know, G. Willow Wilson is the author of Miss Marvel. So the last sort of thing is haul. We got some stuff. We didn't buy a whole bunch of stuff. Mostly we took everybody's card and we started looking online. Generally speaking, that's not the best way to do it because there's usually con exclusive deals and things like that. But there was some stuff we just couldn't let go. So we're going to show you that and then closing thoughts.
Yep.
So the first exhibitor that we bought a bunch of stuff from is the Gorgonist. I'm going to put this up to the camera here. See if you can see that. She does the cutest stuff ever, and
she's so nice.
She's super
so
nice. Twitty Such, Asia, who does stuff with a lot of the BTA people and is a contributor. She was like, oh my god, I have to go back there. Her website is thegorgonist.com, and I'll flip that around and hold it up to the camera so you can see it. Yep, thegorgonist.com, and I'll put that on the screen as well.
You want to show?
Emily got some fairy tales.
Yes.
She's gonna hang up in our bedroom. Gotta get a fairy tale theme going. We got Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, or Seven Short Gentlemen. And that one is really cute. That's gonna be in the middle with the two on either side, like a triptych. And then of course, since I'm pure anime trash, I got a triptych as well. Here, you wanna hold the big one?
Yeah.
Big one's and I got these here. I'm gonna try and make this work. Again, pure anime
All the
trash.
Sailor Moons.
And then lastly, I got this gigantic X-Files print that I'm gonna put up in my office here. And it's got Buff Skinner in the middle, Skeptical Scully on the side. We've got the lone gunman chilling out up here with Cigarette Smoking Man and Krychek. Everybody you know and love. Final thoughts, like what would you suggest people go to GGC, like if they're far away, if they're close, what's the...
Yeah, I think just from personal experience with it being my first one, I think this was a really great, easygoing, fun, really women empowered, women inspired con. And definitely if you're looking for something that's not like, crazy like Emerald City or San Diego Comic-Con or something like that, if you want something just a little bit simpler and kind of lighthearted, like this definitely is the con to go to for sure.
Yeah, and if you're not on the West Coast, if you're out on the East Coast or Midwest or anything like that, I think it's still worth checking out. I think it's a good time. It's right around the time of a lot of other stuff here in the Northwest. The weather was great. Like I said, it was muggy, but it wasn't too hot. It wasn't cold. It sprinkled a little tiny bit. I just think it's the perfect, like, especially if you're new to conventions, new to cosplay, you want a judgment-free zone, you want to kind of hang out with people that are like-minded. I think it's a really cool place, and it's very affordable. It's only 2 days. It's not a 4-day marathon. So, highly recommend it. I know she had a good time. I did too. And we look forward to bringing you more vlogs like this, and we have much more content coming your way soon. Thanks very much, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Really cool to see that a lot of the girls that are in Bitch Team Alpha, they have a very well kind of following and response from a lot of people.
Battery just died.
Oh, motherfucker. Seriously?
Pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Let's look, the battery's blinking.